All right, these are the answers to homework lesson 3.2. Your best bet is just really going to be to stop the video every couple of seconds and check your answers, because I don't want to waste my 15-minute video time on going through answers. Okay? 45 through 69 are pictured right here. 71 through 85 are pictured right here. And then 88, I said it's not true, and I gave a counter example. Not true, and I gave a counter example. Okay? All right, let's start with your notes. Today's lesson 3.3, solving inequalities using multiplication and division. All right, when you multiply or divide both sides of an inequality by a negative number, you must flip the inequality, okay? Another thing, remember that the multiplication property of inequality, just like the multiplication property of equality, says that if A is greater than B, then A times C is greater than B times C. If A is less than B, then A times C is less than B times C. All right? This just means that whatever you do on one side, you must do to the other. We also have the same property for division. We have the same property for division. If A is greater than B, then A divided by C is greater than B divided by C. If A is less than B, then A divided by C is less than B divided by C. Again, this means that whatever you do on one side, you must do on the other. Okay? Let's do some examples. We have 5 examples. Number 1, B divided by 4 is greater than 1/2. Well, the first thing I need to do is multiply both sides by 4 over 1. These cancel out, and I'm left with B on the left is greater than 4 over 2, which reduces to 2. So B is greater than 2. Now the directions say that I need to solve, graph, and check. So let's graph this. 2, 3, 1. Let's see, greater than. That's going to be an open circle, and I'm going to shade to the right. Now we're going to check this. So let's do the check. Because this is greater than or less than, I need to pick a number in my solution set. So I'm going to pick this right here, number 3, and I'm going to substitute it back into my equation. So 3 over 4 is greater than 1/2. Well, yeah, that's true, so that checks good. Example number 2, I have negative k divided by 4 is greater than negative 1. The first thing that I'm going to do is multiply both sides by a negative 4 over 1, or negative 4. Oh my goodness, I'm multiplying both sides by a negative. What's the rule? I need to flip the inequality. These cancel out. So I have k on the right, and a negative times a negative is a positive. K is less than 4. Let's go ahead and graph that. 4, 5, 3. Closed, circle, or open? Yeah, it's an open circle. I'm going to shade to the left. And then again, I'm going to go ahead and check that. I'm going to pick a point in my solution set. I'm going to pick the point 3, and I'm going to substitute it in. Negative 3 over 4 is greater than negative 1. Well, yes, that's true. Negative 3/4 is greater than negative 1. Okay? Let's do another example. Here I have 0.6 is greater than negative 0.2n. Well, the first thing that I could do is get rid of all of the decimals by multiplying every stinking term by 10. So really I have 6 is greater than 2n, negative 2n. Divide both sides by a negative 2. Whoops. Dividing by a negative. Dividing by a negative. So I need to flip the inequality. Negative 3 is less than n. The other thing that I want to do is I want to rewrite this, because remember, I always want the variable to come first. So n is greater than negative 3. Okay? Let's go ahead and graph that. -3, -2, -4, greater than, that's going to be an open circle. I'm going to shade to the right. Okay? All right, number 4, y divided by 0.5. So I can multiply both sides by a 0.5, multiply by a 0.5, and when I do that, I have y is less than or equal to, let's see, 3 times a 0.5 is 3/2 or 1.5, and it's a negative, okay? So I'm going to graph this. Y is less than or equal to a negative 3/2. So I'm going to do 3/2, 4/2, sorry, hang on. Negative 2/2, negative 4/2, okay? Open circle or a closed circle? We need a closed circle because it's less than or equal to, and I'm going to shade to the left. Okay? Our last example is a word problem. Students in the school band are selling calendars. They earn 40 cents on each calendar they sell. Their goal is to earn more than $327. So whatever I do has to be more than $327. Write and solve an inequality to find the least number of calendars they can sell to reach their goal. So I'm going to let C equal the number of calendars needed to reach the goal. Okay. I make 40 cents on each calendar, and I need to sell enough that whatever I make is greater than $327. So I'm just going to divide both sides by a 0.4. So C must be greater than, grab a calculator, 327 divided by a 0.4 equals 817.5. Now I have a question. Can you sell half a calendar? Hey, I'm going to sell you half this calendar. It just has January through June in there. No, you cannot sell half a calendar. So they must sell at least 818 calendars. Okay? And that's it. That's how you do it, okay? So here's your homework assignment. Page 149, 3 through 27, multiples of 3, 29 through 31 all, 45, 51, and then 60 through 75 multiples of 3. I need you to graph and check numbers 3, 6, 15, and 30, and then study for a quiz. We're going to have a quiz on Monday. No review, just a quiz on Monday. Okay? And that's all I have for you.